Here already. Thanks for being here early. Romy Bricks. Psh, let's go. Tavaya. Psh, always a good start to a live stream when we see a moderator, a very cool, loyal Lego community friend and dedicated Lego collector himself, Romy Bricks and Tavaya. Thank you so much for being here early. Thank you already for the likes, and let's get building. This is our Brick Therapy logo guy. If you see him and you're new to the channel at some point, or maybe you find this live stream later on and you're just curious, like, oh, what's that channel about? I like Lego, I like building Lego. Let me listen to a previous live stream and see what the discussion's all about. Then click on this guy here, leave a like and subscribe. And of course, you can catch our channel live streaming almost every day. And we like to talk about all things Lego, and then that sometimes leads into fun discussions about movies and themes for Lego, or just general themes in life. As long as it's family friendly, it can be a great discussion. We got baseball. Psh, baseball is here. Baseball legend. I love it. And Tanner, psh, welcome back. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. And so I'm in a Star Wars kind of mode. I built up the Dark Trooper attack last week and really enjoyed this set, and it was a nice straightforward build. I've kind of gone on the consistency of building some of these smaller sets, but this one's a kind of a nice, maybe a closer to a mid-range set just because of the structure involved and some cool sticker placement. Yeah, it's got that action feature look to it, and you know, we got young Jedi Luke here kind of making a surprise appearance on the craft. I think kind of like a Star or Moff Gideon ship, whatever it was, taking out the Dark Troopers. And this is all from a scene from The Mandalorian. So going into parallel Star Wars themes, shows that kind of spun off the original, of course. We have, I think from the Clone Troopers series, we have the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch attack shuttle. It kind of looks like the Imperial shuttle. The Imperial shuttle you would have seen in like pretty much all the Star Wars movies, transporting the Emperor Palpatine or Darth Vader himself. And so this has the Bad Batch version of that, the attack shuttle. And those of you that are Star Wars fans, you can update me on what you know about Star Wars, because this is a show, I think based off the Clone Troopers series that I don't know much about. My son definitely knows about it, so I'll have to get some backstory from him. But yeah, welcome baseball legend, welcome Tanner, welcome Romy Bricks, welcome Tavaya, and Subway Dude is back. Psh, yes, of course I remember you, Subway Dude. How could I forget? Welcome back. So we're looking at 75314, the Bad Batch attack shuttle, 969 pieces, close to 1,000 pieces. We've got some minifigs here. We've got a Hunter, a Wrecker, a Tech, an Echo, a Cross Chain, oh, and one of the cool Gonk droids. So all these Bad Batch clone guys with their own unique name and personality attached to that. And I don't know when that series came out exactly. So actually, let me do like a quick look up synopsis of this, and we have some backstory that I'll have at the ready, so I got a better understanding of the Bad Batch and the significance of maybe this set. So let's see, I need a quick overview of the Bad Batch from Star Wars. So let's see what the Bad Batch is all about, and thanks to technology. The Bad Batch, also called Clone Force 99, a squad of genetically enhanced clone troopers in the Star Wars universe. Introduced near the end of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and later became the focus of their own show, The Bad Batch. Unlike standard clones of Jango Fett, these troopers had intentional genetic mutations, giving them unusual abilities, and set to conduct dangerous missions that regular clone units couldn't handle. You've got Hunter, the leader, Wrecker, very strong, Tech, the brains of the team, Crosshair, sniper with incredible accuracy, and Echo, former regular clone trooper who was captured and modified by the Separatists, who can interface directly with machines. later they take in Omega, a young female clone who becomes part of their family. So these are kind of like, I don't know, maybe like the Delta Force, if you were to give a real world equivalent, a special operations team for the clones, and some cool names here, like five guys here, and we'll see how the Gonk droid comes into effect here. And apparently they can pilot this shuttle as well. So very cool. Tanner says, going into different themes, I got the Lego Lightning McQueen set. How was that build, Tanner? Was it worth the build? I saw it built up at the Lego store a while back when it came out, on display. And it was kind of cool to see it. I think we have a smaller one. I think I mentioned that a long time ago. A smaller version of that Lego build. Maybe it wasn't Lego. Maybe it was a Mega Bloks build. But anyway, the one that is the Speed Champion size does look very cool. And Tanner says, yes, so worth the $40. The Lightning McQueen set is cool. It would be so fun if that Speed Champion set came with a minifig. I don't know what kind of minifig it would come with though, right? Because the cars are the characters in that. So I don't know, what could they do for Speed Champions minifig that fills the Cars universe? But that is cool, Tanner. That was a Speed Champion set I was considering to buy. So all right, let's open a brand new set from the backlog, the Clone Trooper, or the Bad Batch spin-off of the Clone Trooper series, Attack Shuttle, set 75314. Let's open this. And if you like Lego, the fun part about watching Lego videos, I like it when people get sets and they unbox. There's a whole series. I think the unboxing phenomena probably came around maybe about 14 or 15 years ago, when a lot of YouTubers were doing videos on the latest tech, like new iPhones or new Samsungs, but that can translate easily into any new product. So let's do an unboxing of this set. And let me do, actually, now we got a little bit of the history on the Bad Batch. Let me get a little bit of history on this set itself, 75314, and see what info we got here. The Bad Batch set, let's see, when was it? When was this one released? 75314, the Lego Star Wars Bad Batch, released August 2021 and retired December 2022. Not long of a run, if I'm doing my math right? So August, September, oh no, longer than that. What am I thinking? So a little over a year, because it retired December 2022. I was thinking December 2021. And I don't know, maybe it wasn't that popular of a set. Considering the minifigs though, it seems like it would have been somewhat interesting. If you were to get this set now, we're talking about $200 value. New, used about $150, so it's gone up about 25% in the price if we look at Brick Economy as the source. And then let's see, originally, if it was a Lego set, I think it was priced at $80. So for 969 pieces of Star Wars set, I think, compared to now, that would be pretty decent deal if you like this set. You gotta, it's definitely not regular Star Wars canon. It's kind of the shuttle looks cool, but it also is very bluish gray compared to other Star Wars ships. Maybe not too recognizable, but if you are a fan of that show, then maybe it is pretty cool. So the Speed Champions, $40, so worth the money. Half Tanner's account, but he's totally stoked on it. Okay, $40 Canadian. Aha. Okay, that makes more sense. Subway Dude said, yeah, $28 US. Okay, so $40 Canadian, $28 US, roughly, Do they do sales tax, Tanner? I'm curious. Do they do sales tax in Canada like we have in the US? So the reason I ask is because sometimes it's included. There's like if you go to Europe, they have the value added tax. So whatever the prices you see is the price you pay for. So like here in the US, obviously, if you see a $28 Speed Champion set, it's not gonna be $28 when you pay for it. It's gonna be more than that with a sales tax, depending on where you are in the US, actually. Some states you don't have a sales tax. All right, so for this Bad Batch set, we've got 969 pieces. What does that translate into numbered bags here? Usually the magic number is always about 6 total. And no, this one has 7 bags. All right, so we'll start with bag 1. And, oh wait, is there a bag 8? There's bag 3 here. Okay, yeah. So 7 bags total. 4. And we got a little sticker sheet. That's not too bad. Instruction book. Interesting. Sealed in plastic. Not like just kind of folded up, rolled up in there into the box. So I'll take that. It's kind of a thick booklet. Usually I don't really expect that. This type of, or I don't know, maybe it's been a while since the last time I guess I built one of these 1,000-piece sets or close to it is one of these Harry Potter sets behind me. So now we've got this one, 75314 again, Bad Batch attack shuttle, and we just looked up who these guys are. A specially genetically modified version, special teams, operation teams, a tier 1 force, if you will, of the clone troopers. Hey, Tommy, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Subway Dude says, oh yeah, $28 for the Speed Champion set. And Tanner says, I never tapped my card so fast getting that Speed Champions. That's fun. Subway Dude says, I miss when Speed Champions were $20. Yeah, some of the less popular ones I think you could probably get for that sale price, but yeah, once prices went up, it wasn't, so long ago that we, can't remember. Somebody Dude says, I think Matter from Cars would be cool. Oh, Mater. I think Mater from Cars would be cool in Speed Champions. Yeah, let's see. Little L Lego, he did some posts on a whole series or whole theme of the the theme Speed Champions, but then all the characters from the Cars movie. So he did a pretty cool picture there. Hey, Tommy, thank you. Like and subscribe. Let's go. So yeah, if you look at Little L Lego's channel, he definitely, I think he came up with a concept art and picture for all that. But yeah, that would be a fun idea. So the entire crew. All right, so let's build. You guys are talking Speed Champions, and I'm building Bad Batch, but Clone Wars, i.e. Star Wars theme build here. And we've got the instruction booklet here. It's a pretty decent instruction booklet. And most of the set is dedicated to the building of the shuttle. As you get to the final bag 7, you're building basically the shuttle. And there's a couple of speeder bikes also in this set here. And 5 minifigs and 1 gonk droid, which is kind of fun. That goes back to like original Star Wars, the walking kind of trash can looking robot's kind of funny. So Tanner says yes to the Speed Champion series. I have all the movie cars from Speed Champions except Lightning McQueen. If I see it, on sale, I'll get it. Gonna make a good post in the community. Tavaya, let's go. Tavaya, bring in the Ninjago theme. Tavaya is the expert on Ninjago, or for sure a dedicated fan of the Lego Ninjago theme. And I'm with you on that one. Tavaya, like Ninjago, my favorite horse being, as I've said, pretty much on almost every live stream, favorite being Ninjago City. And think of it, now that we're kind of into the spring and summer months of the season and building up Lego sets, it's time to get into, after this one, back into the big builds. And then as we get into summer break, oh, that's gonna be fun. Like we did last summer, we were building up those huge Lord of the Rings sets, my son and I. So there'll be some fun stuff here. Also some fun posts that we could add to the community. For this set, the stickers are, yeah, pretty minimal. Got a pretty cool one, maybe the Bad Batch identification badge one there, and then some other probably sticker pieces that just kind of give some lines and definition to the shuttle build itself. And let's see, we got the first guy, got the helmet. What's this guy? The first one would be Hunter. Is in this one, Hunter and, oh my gosh, Hunter and, looks like Crosshair. Hunter and Crosshair are the two minifigs that get built up first. I don't know if are their faces different? They look like they are. Wow, actually, Crosshair's got Hunter. I think Hunter would have, or Crosshair would have this, but yeah, it got definitely some different faces for each minifig here. So that's kind of fun. Subway Dude says, is the DeLorean the only speed champion you have? If you're asking me, Subway Dude, no. I have I have one from the, what's it called? The Fast and Furious car, the Dodge Charger. I have that one. My son has just like a regular Speed Champions build. It's a Toyota, I want to say. And I also have the Aston Martin, the James Bond car, which I built that one. Actually built that one on our live streams over the summer too. That one, I think I have it over there on the shelf. I'll have to pull it out one day. But yeah, got those, plus the DeLorean. I was thinking of getting the Lightning McQueen one, and Tanner is giving us a very solid, enthusiastic endorsement on that build, so that's kind of fun. So we'll see. You know, there's only so many themes. I also have the Ayrton Senna Formula One build. It's not Speed Champions, but it's one of those bigger car builds, and love the detail on that set, especially as you're building up the engine with the Lego bricks on that one. That is a very cool build. That series of Formula One cars, I think they're icons or ideas. Those are really cool. So yeah, the Speed Champions are my favorite theme, says Subway Dude. All right, yeah, Speed Champions. There's a lot to collect, and that's kind of a good theme in terms of consistency, right? Because they're all kind of similar size sets. I think sometimes they do a couple double car sets. I've seen like maybe more of a theme where it's like a parking garage or something. But yeah, definitely. Tanner says, get it. I'm modifying it in the Cars 2 theme. So cool. So yeah, this Lightning McQueen is a good build. I'll have to look into that one. That definitely was on my wish list, Tanner. And then when when Lego was running out of sets, like everything was on back order, I kind of lost interest in getting those. And then I saw the DeLorean come out, or found it on Amazon and ordered it there. Fun build. Be kind of fun for those Lightning McQueen one. Just a solid build. Actually a fun car to put on display. Alexandria is here. Very cool. So as we get a new friend joining the live stream and mod, we got Alexandria. We're building up 75314, a Star Wars build, as you can see. A very unique one in terms of theme. It's the Bad Batch attack shuttle. And we got all our specialized clone trooper, kind of mutated clone troopers, and we're calling them kind of like the special operations team of the clone troopers. So I'll have that box there kind of in the background so I can refer to it if folks ask, what is being built here? All right, so let me start out with the actual shuttle build and can talk, yeah, Lego themes. We've got Speed Champions in the theme of the day. And I'm building Star Wars, but I don't mind talking about any of those themes. Those are fun. And yeah, if there's other themes to talk about, I wish they would, I don't know if they have. I guess they've kind of done like a polybag version of a gift with purchase, but yeah, usually there's not like a giant Speed Champions set that, Lego would release. I think these, with the DeLorean and the Lightning McQueen sets coming out at the same time, that's kind of been the most, I want to say the most popular of all the Speed Champion builds that have been released. It would have been fun to see a gift with purchase related to those two cars. But yeah, maybe, I don't know, some grand, large scale set with a few Speed Champions cars out all at the same time. Tanner says different tires, headlights, GT style spoiler instead of the standard NASCAR ducktail. Oh, that's right, Tanner. He's gonna modify Lightning McQueen. You gotta post a picture of that, my friend. That'll be fun to see. Very cool. Subway Dude says, okay. Thanks for letting me know, to Tanner. And let's go. So hopefully you guys had a good transition to the time change over the weekend. Although it depends on where you are. I guess some people in the standard time zone area or kind of in the middle of the US, you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, going forward an hour. So it has been nice today, especially having the longer daylight. Oh, that's so nice. Kind of come out of the winter thaw. Although where we are in the West Coast, not too big of a deal because we don't have winter like a lot of you guys, especially I think Tanner's got kind of the extreme winter zone, or Alexandria being there on the East Coast over there. But it is nice to see that spring is around the corner. And so far, talking about Speed Champion sets, this kind of feels like I'm putting together an engine block. A whole lot of dark gray pieces going together for this shuttle build, and hopefully, oh, it's not a shuttle. This is more of, the first build is the hover kind of pod craft here. So that's what, I guess that's what's first. So yeah, and then the majority of the build, it's like what did I say? 7 bags total go into this shuttle build. And lots of Star Wars sets to begin contemplating as, you know, we get closer to the May the 4th, you know, the special week of Star Wars deals. It kind of revamps, reignites the excitement of Lego itself, but then Lego Star Wars. But I'm thinking, actually, no, last year, we got into spring, they released the Shire set, and that was I think that was around April. That was really cool to have that set come out and see that set all built up, because then they put out the other two big Lord of the Rings sets, which were the Barad-dûr and the Rivendell set. So that was super fun to see. So yeah, now that I'm talking about it, I'm thinking, oh wait, no, they had some cool theme sets coming out before May the 4th. Not related to Star Wars, but definitely some fun sets in the, you know, before May the 4th. But I am looking forward to, I'm enjoying the time right now, but I am looking forward to seeing like what gift with purchases are going to come out in spring, or in May, I should say. May the 4th always includes at least 3 or 4 gift with purchases. All right, now I realize this is not the shuttle build. This is not any of that. This is the Gonk Droid. So got our Gonk Droid guy getting put together here, and that's fun. I just can't find the little piece that I need to build his foot. And of course, everything's dark gray or blue. Let me get the flashlight. There it is, flashlight magic, just like that. Let's get the right pieces going here. So I got the Gonk Droid as the actual build here. Quite a few pieces going into this guy. All right, there's our Gonk Droid. He's actually the first guy I built here. You know, there was a time where there were trash cans, you know, that were very recognizable, and I'm like, I don't know if George Lucas meant to do that, but there we go. There's Gonk Droid guy. Does he count as a figure? I guess he does. So Gonk Droid's being used by the Bad Batch guys here. Okay, so first build number 1, and let me get these minifigs put together. Tavia says, gonna build, love it. Posted it, gonna build. Tavia, we gotta check that out. All right, Subway Dude, thanks for being here. Leave a like, and hope to see you again. BrickTherapy23, did you see the retirement list for Lego? They're getting rid of a lot of sets. I have not, Alexandria. Has it been updated? I've seen some, some of the newsletters I get talk about what sets are being retired. Like I think the ones that are a bummer, if it's the list that you saw, are the Avengers Tower, the Dark Falcon, the Titanic, I think maybe even the UCS Millennium Falcon, as far as like, yeah, big sets. But yeah, what else is on there, Alexandria? Or maybe there's, maybe things have changed a little bit. But yeah, I'll have to go on the Lego website here in a second and yeah, check that out because it's a bummer. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to pull it off, but I would love to build the Titanic set. That thing is awesome. But yeah, you just can't get everything. But that set is so cool as a build. And I know there's the thought of like, okay, I'm trying to figure out something here. There's a thought of like, well, there is the knockoff version, but the Lego version is genuine, authentic Lego. And it's kind of a bummer to think that you can't have that one. All right, so let's see, Hunter here. This is Hunter with the red visor. Yeah, Hunter has a hairpiece and a helmet piece. So go figure. And an extra Lego round stud stuck in there. So Hunter, and Hunter, man, this guy is serious, dude. This guy's kind of a specialist. He's got a dagger. So, dude, these guys don't mess around. I don't know how he'd fare against a Jedi with a dagger, but this dude is serious hand-to-hand combat trained, apparently. If I can get it in his hand. This clutch power is serious, dude. There we go. All right, so there's Hunter, hairpiece, clone, Bad Batch clone, and helmet. Very cool looking build. And yeah, I know you can modify these guys to do other versions of something, but there, we got that. So Alexandria, yeah, what is getting retired? Arkham Asylum. Really? That just came out. Yeah, I'm reading, thinking it, and you wrote it down. Are you serious? Didn't that just get released like a few months ago? What is going on? Well, I've been wondering with, I don't know if it's all related, but Lego, I kind of wonder what are they trying, what's their strategy, right? Because so many sets are on back order, and it's like, are they just not able to keep up? Or maybe that one's just not selling well, which is interesting. So let's see, trying to find out what is being retired. Why did it do that? So what sets are being retired in general here? It only listed 2 things. That can't be right. So let me try this again. Retiring soon. Recommended. Let's see. All right, what do we got here, Lego? What's retiring? That's weird. So Alexander, when I go on the Lego website, I can only find 2 sets that are showing being retired, and there's no way that's just 2. So how do I find all the retired sets that are being retired? Of course, I could go and look separately and see. I'm just bummed if the Titanic's getting retired already. I wish that one has a long run, kind of like the Millennium Falcon. Like, let's see. Every set, let's see what Brick Fanatic says. Every set being retired 2026. Retiring in 2026. Mandalorian Starfighter, Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Fighter, AT-AT, TIE Bomber, Captain Rex. So that's all the Star Wars. Oh wow, lots of Star Wars sets. I couldn't even name them all. So I'm not finding. Oh, it's like it goes by different. So for icons, Optimus Prime's being retired, Pac-Man Arcade. Oh, you're right, Alexander. There's so many. Bumblebee's being retired. The French Cafe, Fountain Garden. So a lot of those builds. Those are getting retired in the summer. Oh, Leonardo da Vinci's Flying Machine. Let's see, the Natural History Museum. Glad I got that one. The Eiffel Tower is getting retired. That one's 10,000 pieces. Oh, okay. What about Marvel? Retired. The Dancing Groot. Don't really care about that one. Captain America Civil War Battle. Lots of Marvel, some smaller ones. Avengers Endgame, Avengers Final Tower. Don't see the Avengers Tower on this. Maybe it's not getting retired yet. Hopefully, I need more time for some of these. So let's see. Yes, I was shocked. Yes, look at those sets. I'm trying to. I'm not getting the list very easily. Okay, well, that'll slow me down a little bit. Let me get to the build here, and then at least I can get this speed scooter going. So yeah, thanks for 12 likes already. Really cool, guys. Thanks for being here on a Monday and starting out your new week with a little bit of live stream. If you like Lego and you like the topic of talking Lego, collecting Lego, building Lego, Star Wars Lego, retiring Lego, although we don't like that because it's kind of sad. But if you like Lego, click on our icon guy here, our Brick Therapy guy, and leave a like, subscribe, join the channel, join the discussion, and tell us about your collection. Tanner's talked about Speed Champions, always a fun topic, and he's making me think a lot about that Lightning McQueen set as one worthy of getting. And that one won't break the bank, which is good because, 28 bucks, American $28 is good. And sometimes, I think about using my my insider points for some of those smaller, less expensive sets, but 28 bucks kind of eats up a lot of points. And I'd like to use those points on a little significant discount on the big sets. But it does require, let's see. I was like, something's not lining up here exactly. Got to fix this. It does require some strategy to max out on your insider points so that, you get the most for your points. So I like getting sets when you redo this. Get a gift with purchase plus a discounted set, plus a set that is one that's on the wish list, a big collector's version of a set. And now that some sets are retiring, that kind of makes me think about strategy. I know I've been talking about a UCS, Star Wars UCS set for a while, but that Titanic. Any of you know someone, or maybe you've built it yourself? Tanner says, get Lightning McQueen. Dude, I know, I have to. Probably over the summer. Maybe I'll do that. Alexandria says, just got the Lightning McQueen car myself. Psh, love it. Let's see. I'm back now today. Welcome, welcome. I'm back now says, bought the first ever Lego separator. You mean like one of these guys? So that's a serious collector. It's not, a Lego set, but very iconic. I don't know how long the Lego, I think maybe Tommy, one of these Lego separators first appeared was in the early oh no, it wasn't even that. It was earlier than that. I think you said like the mid 1990s or so. So, or maybe early 1990s. So I guess the brick separators have been around for a little while. So if that's what you mean, I'm back now. That's kind of fun. What color was it? What did it look like? So that's kind of fun. So how do you like it, says Tanner. For the Lightning McQueen, just seeing it built up, Tanner, I think that set is worthy of all the praise it gets, dude. So I think that's a fun choice. It's fun that, a lot of people are into cars, can get the Speed Champions collection sets. Really good builds. I like how the engine, especially the engine parts, are represented in the Lego builds. I think that's really well done. And the detail just in these kind of smaller Lego sets, but you really get, in terms of build, especially for, it almost seems like an advanced build, but on an easier scale. So if you're a young Lego fan and a Lego collector and you get one of those sets, it kind of gives you this sense of skill to build up Lego sets, like if you ever get Technic builds. Brickable World, psh, let's go. Brickable World is here. Hey everybody. Tanner says, I love Cars so much I memorized the script. That's kind of fun, Tanner. What'd you think of the second one? The second Cars movie, Tanner. Alexander says, I haven't built it yet. Haven't been feeling well this weekend. Got to focus on car builds. Yeah, the Lightning McQueen. I think that's a build. If you're not feeling well, you're just kind of like, oh, I kind of want to forget my cold or flu or whatever. That might be a build that kind of gives you some escapism. Gets you out of that mode of feeling miserable. That actually be a brick therapy build in a lot of ways, you know, when you think about it that way. So that's one of those builds. I kind of wish it was a larger scale set, actually, Tanner. I feel like that one could be kind of like on the size. If you have like those Formula One, any one of those Formula One cars, those icon builds, those are I think those are close to 1,000 pieces. But if they had a Lightning McQueen on that size, kind of like, I don't know, maybe the size of this box here, like in terms of dimensions, having a Lightning McQueen Lego set, that would be kind of cool. So if you're joining the live stream, you're wondering, I'm building 75314, the Bad Batch attack shuttle, 969 pieces. I looked up the history of the Bad Batch, and it's kind of fun. They're obviously a mutant team of clones that were highly skilled and specialized to do, I guess, more dangerous missions. I thought the clones were already pretty well trained and obviously a group of soldiers to begin with. But yeah, these Bad Batch guys are even more fierce and trained than just regular clones, which is kind of interesting to think about and kind of fun to, you know, read the story behind them, the storyline. And as far as like the show and episode, oh man, gotta realign these pieces. I don't know much about it, but I've seen. I think I've seen actually one of those clone or the Bad Batch episodes, and it's definitely some good writing. You know, something that the movies have lacked. But what can you do? So. Fun to see. My son pointed out this set, and so I ended up getting it a while back now, because this is retired as of 2022, this set. Alexander says, I was able to build the Monster Inc. brickheads. Brickheads are easy. Yes, that would be even more therapeutic. I didn't know they had a Monsters Inc. brickheads, or maybe they didn't, I forgot. That's fun. No, talking about Disney themes. Brickable World says, to be honest, I love the second Cars movie. Now more than I'm older. It's a British spy drama, and it's pretty good, honestly, with a good cast. I did not realize that. So it kind of goes into like maybe a take on a James Bond. It sounds like maybe James Bond type of character. Tanner says, not bad. Love the racing, but other than that, not good. Originally there were 5 races: Tokyo, Italy, France, Germany, London. And the different car styles, oh man, love them. Says Tanner. Tanner being the car fan in general. Cars the movie, or just cars in general. Very cool to see that. Tanner, have you ever built a Technic car set? Now, you know, that's where the challenge comes in. Can you build one of those level of sets? I mentioned this last time. I think I told you that Porsche that came out this year, the green one, that one looks so cool. Let's see. Porsche 911 GT3R Rexy. It's a $150 set, but that's just got a really cool design to it. The stickers got it. It's like got monster teeth painted on the front, or in this case, stickers. So yeah, that's a Technic build I would love to have. Alexander says, I was on a live stream and people were saying that they were hoping for more movie cars. Yes. Little Bricks, actually, right? Alexander, he was the one talking about I don't know if he was going to customize and do his own series, but he's been posting pictures of all the car characters from the movie and showing what they look like. And of course, those were fun concept ones. I don't know if he did that through an AI generator or what, but very cool. All right, the flashlight. What are we doing here? Ah, okay. Man, when it's like gray and black, dark blue, it's like, what am I working with here? I can't tell. What color piece that goes on a black piece as well? What the heck is going on here? So I'm gonna have to take a closer look. Alexander mentioned, look at the retirement list of Lego sets that are being retired this year, and one shocker already. And I didn't think I would be surprised, but that is the Arkham Asylum getting retired already this year. So I guess that would mean it'll have been out for a little over a year if it's retired in December. But again, to know that it's on the retirement list and it's, you know, one of those new sets. I remember you guys talking about that over, I don't know, through September, October on the live stream, saying that was a set that a lot of people wanted to get, especially being a DC set. There aren't that many really out right now, unless the superheroes theme is gonna fade away. But with a new MCU movie coming out, Doctor Doom, I think there'd be some Marvel sets coming out to keep that theme going. Or I guess that's DC, but still something related to that. And I need to look though, or maybe you guys can confirm. I think the Titanic set is retiring this year, and that's one. That one, I'd almost say I might forego the UCS plan and maybe look into the Titanic, getting that as a set. I think that is one that's been on back order. Actually, let me see. Some of these sets, it's crazy. I don't know what happened, but man, once the New Year's came around, all these sets, people start buying up. I don't know if a bunch of collectors are showing up to get stuff or what, but yeah, Titanic's on back order. Crazy. So a lot of people are buying up the high-end sets, or Lego's just not making anymore, and the ones that were available are gone, which I guess shows you they got demand going. Let's see. That's a cool set, says Raccoon V Reddits. VR Reddits. Raccoon, welcome. Good to see you again. I think you've been here before, Raccoon. If not, welcome to the channel. Yo, is that a rare set now? Yes, I believe. Well, this one is in the sense that it's retired, so it's very rare. But of course, a lot of sets are retired. But yeah, the Titanic set, I have, but it's been a while. Oh, you have built. So Raccoon says, I've built the Titanic. That one just hovers around 10,000 pieces, I believe, right? I think, yeah, 9,000. Oh, not. I mean, it's close. 9,090. I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like almost like. I thought it was like more like 9,900 pieces or something, just shy of 1,000 pieces. But you know, of all the large scale Lego sets that you could get, and a set that doesn't come with minifigures, the build is amazing. All the sections that it has, the interior parts that kind of show you the engineering of the inside of the ship, and the smokestacks on top. You can change out the flags, which is kind of a fun feature on the stern of the ship, or the bow. I'm not giving my nautical terminology right. And you can see the ship in action, open the model, make the piston engines turn. Oh, that's right. A lot of cool, and they got an animated feature on showing the set. But yeah, 9,090 pieces. And usually when I get a set that big, I love having exclusive minifigures to come with it. But in this case, the build itself is, you know, totally appealing on its own. And I want to say, I think I've seen it once built up at the Lego store. Very cool build to see, of course, in person and built up. Maybe, well, now that it's on back order, so maybe not. I was gonna say maybe Lego will have it on display again in the window, especially since they might or I guess I think they are retiring it, but that's one build to kind of ponder over. One build to ponder over and go, all right, if I'm gonna budget big for Lego, and originally had the thought of a UCS set, maybe the Titanic is that UCS set to get, so to speak. It was a fun build, says Raccoon. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong. Tanner says, gotta go. I will, for a bit, I'll take a photo for the community page. Awesome, Tanner. Put Lightning McQueen up there, man. I want to see the build. You think the Ewok set is? Oh, the Ewok. Aren't they doing that one again? That was the Ewok Village. That's right. Tommy Bricks. I have the Ewok Village. I'm waiting for the new one to come out. That one, when we talk about big sets that have been retired that people want, the Ewok Village is definitely one of those. And I think way super expensive if you wanted to try and get that one used or new on BrickLink. Yeah, the older Ewok Village. What the heck? All right, putting up. Haven't seen these kind of snow ski pieces lately. A lot are definitely part of Star Wars sets. They can be used as snow skis, and put the Lego minifigure feet on that. But this is going to one of those scooters, speeders, land speeders, or I don't know. What are they called in Star Wars? But yeah, okay. Use some Technic pieces on there. Or maybe like the pods, the pod racer type of thing, from episode 1. One of those kind of vehicles. But this is more of like a speeder. I think first introduced to those kind of ships in Return of the Jedi. Or no, actually maybe, yeah, I don't know. They have kind of like one of these vehicles that Darth Maul used in episode 1. Almost looked like he was riding a motorcycle, like a Harley or something. But you've got 2 of these builds to go with this Bad Batch set, and then the shuttle itself. I do have a couple other old school retired, not too old. Nothing too vintage in the Star Wars collection, like going back, over 10 years or something. But I do have some sets that were retired a few years ago. One I want to build up. I was thinking about building that up tonight, but wasn't sure I wanted to go all in on more than 1,000 piece set right now. Trying to decide if I want to get into a modular set, but I have the Cad Bane ship, the one. I don't know if that one was very popular, but then when Lego put that ship on discount over one of the Black Friday weekends, then it got super popular. Basically, it found the right price point. So that's another Star Wars theme, kind of, not part of the canon, but also a fun Star Wars theme to build. Gotta go for the day. I'll maybe see you next time. Raccoon, thanks for being here, man. The Ewok Village is a cool set. I want that set, and they're coming out with a new one, like Tommy said. So that'll be fun. All right, I gotta add this second section here. I don't know, mini turbo engine to just slides on like a Technic pin right there. Nice and smooth connection. All right, it's got some boosters on the back of this shuttle, or this little pod scooter thing, whatever they're called. I don't know what the technical term is. And some sticker pieces. Oh boy, these are very narrow. So let's see what we got here. This won't be interesting to narrate through. Alexandria says, I'm surprised. I heard those brown bricks are a nightmare. Yes. Does the Ewok Village come with a lot of those? I don't know, but any post I've seen of people dealing with Lego and any Lego bricks that are broken or cracked, it's definitely been Lego brown bricks. I don't know if it's something in the coloring, the ink that they use in the mold for whatever, but it's definitely more than just a conspiracy theory. We do have, of all the Legos that we have, like extra pieces that are just like used for whatever, or it's in our Sterilite shelves, you know, for just if you want to build, or my kids want to build a mock or something. The broken ones are brown. It's always the brown pieces. So I don't know, you can end up using them if you're, I don't know, building some kind of shipwreck or chopped down tree or something. You can use them as like more artistic kind of pieces if it kind of fits within the theme of whatever you're building. I think my son actually did that and made it look like a raft had, you know, capsized or a ship had capsized, and then it got washed ashore, and then maybe include it with our Eldorado Fortress over here. And yeah, do that with a brown brick. So they can be used that way, but it is kind of annoying that they do break. It's definitely not a conspiracy theory. I'm trying to think of urban legend, I guess. Says, let's see, I didn't have any brittle browns in mine at all. Yeah, I've had some. Alexander says, that's cool, says to Tommy Bricks. Tanner, okay, I'm back from the photos and I will post it in the community page after the stream. Gotta look at it. Tanner's like insistent, you better look at it. Are you saying, Tanner, if I look at it, I will immediately go to the Lego website and order the Lightning McQueen, because you know that set it's got to be in my possession immediately afterward. This is kind of a fun concept or thought. Actually, I know it's hard to see. There's a lot of dark blue, gray, and black, but actually those stickers do look cool on the build here. Otherwise, it's just like one of those green or gray kind of flat, slow pieces. But the stickers definitely make this a very cool, slick looking, so far, shuttle or pod racer type scooter thing. Hovercraft. What? I don't know what these things are called. What are they called? Star Wars terminology. All right, we've got, definitely when you see these pieces, always Star Wars. Usually always Star Wars. And we've got, let's see, building up, I think the pilot section here, finally getting the front some structure and interest to it. But yeah, I haven't built up a Star Wars set like this in a while. We did the Dark Trooper attack, but yeah, building a Star Wars craft build is kind of fun too. Landon's room is here. I'm back. Had to play basketball today. Very cool. Tanner says, I'll be checking. All right, Tanner. What, you're insistent that this is gonna be the best Lego build. Let's see. Because that's what, I don't make anything, says Tanner. I'm not sure what he's saying there. So Tommy Brick says, Tanner, I subscribed. Oh, cool. Tanner, I didn't know you had a channel going. I thought you were contemplating that, but you have a channel now? Tommy subscribed. Very cool. Landon's room is here for basketball. Landon's room, in case you're wondering, building up 75314, the Bad Batch attack shell, 969 pieces, and the Bad Batch team. I think they're all here represented in this build. A set from 2021 and then retired a year later. And getting through, actually this sticker sheet has like 9 stickers total, and actually quite a few are just used on this little build itself. So nothing too complex, but gotta get everything right here. This is the thing with Lego sets, stickers, so many stickers to deal with. This is where, oh man, especially now with the premium Lego prices we gotta pay. Give us some more printed pieces. And depending how much disposable income people have these days to buy Lego sets, or whether they have the income or not, a lot of Lego sets, the prices are increasing ever more. So printed pieces would be a nice way to show appreciation to the Lego fandom. Give printed pieces versus more and more stickers. I'm curious, I don't think any of the Lumi Bricks people are here, but I wonder if Lumi Bricks, those alt brick version companies, if they do a lot of stickers also, or if it's pretty much printed pieces. That would be interesting. I'll have to ask John Powell whenever he jumps on the live stream next time, or maybe he'll catch us later. But it is good to see all you guys here. All right, let's see. Gotta place this, I think right there. Ah, there's a good reference point. All right. So let's see, who operates this little shuttlecraft here? It is Crosshair. So Crosshair with the blue visor. I guess that makes sense. You got some blue trim on this. I don't know if that's supposed to match him, but it does. Tommy, oh, okay, Tommy knows. No, Lumi Bricks is all printed pieces and light kits. So light kits included and printed pieces. I mean, that's how you beat Lego at its own game. Granted, they don't have the licensing that Lego would have, I don't think. But yeah, that is a good counter. Convince more people, and you know what? The licensing themes are pretty fun, but just modulars. I think if you're a fan, I don't know how many people will be attracted to Lumi Bricks, other than the general Lego collector who likes the idea of building up their own Lego city. Like building structures, minifig scale-sized buildings. It seems to be, at least that's what I've found, looking up Lumi Bricks on their own website and then on Amazon. It's pretty much mostly modular buildings, and fun ones too, like restaurants, hotels. The drive-in theater is the one I noticed. That one caught my eye the most. So those are fun looking builds. But yeah, if that is kind of your, like main Lego interests are the modular buildings, then those give a whole nother variety of additions to a Lego city. If you're doing those, and prices seem to be about half. I mean, they're not super discounted, but yeah, half, I guess I would say. So that's good to know, Tommy. Where can Lumi Bricks kind of counteract or attract more like brick fans, Lego collectors, in a theme that's pretty popular? I think the modulars are pretty popular, but then offer alternative ones. I don't know, but the licensing part, I would say the majority of people who collect Lego probably like to collect Star Wars, which that part is hard to beat, even with Lego charging a lot. The price is going up. Even some of the new 2026 sets that are like battle packs, seeing those, kind of like when we were all like, are you serious? Like the $45 battle pack. I didn't get this for $45. I wasn't gonna pay that, but got this for like a $10 discount off of that price. But now the price of these is becoming crazy. I don't know if it's a sign of just inflation, especially since the other Lego sets or the other battle packs that are still out that haven't retired are still in the $29 or less range. So that's a challenge. So I don't know. Lumi Bricks, though, they don't have the Star Wars license or the Disney license. That would be That would be a major coup. I don't know how these companies, I don't even know what Lumi Bricks is based in to do the research. Are they a Chinese company or I don't know if they're based in Europe. So they kind of have that sense of, well, I don't know. I don't want to speculate because I didn't look them up too much. All I know is I've been made aware of from you guys in the community. Okay, so we've got these. I remember these. You put the little stud shooter piece here. Haven't seen these in a while. Fun way to launch, you know, your little one round stud pieces and put them in here and then launch them somewhere and never see them again. Or if you're lucky, maybe find it on a random section of the floor that you step on. And that feature is fun. I haven't really, even when my kids were younger and they're building up these Star Wars sets with all these stud shooters, I don't remember really seeing them use that feature that much. I'm sure they did, but in carpet, when you shoot those stud pieces, oh, it's crazy. Liam, Liam is here. Good day, you all. Liam, good to see you, man. Just finished work and I am knackered. Hello, how are you today? Liam, good to see you, man. Glad you had a chance to rest, and thanks for being here on the live stream, even though you had a long day of work. And Star Wars is the theme of the live stream. Just gonna see if I can finish this shuttle. So far, I've just done this piece so far. 75314 overall. 969 pieces, so not quite 1,000 pieces, but I'm trying to see just a lot of small pieces and all gray, black, and blue, so hard to find. I guess I should have used a different color plate to contrast with all these pieces because I have a dark blue plate where I put all the pieces on, and it's not so much, again, not the best backdrop, but the build is coming together nevertheless. Oh my goodness, some more small pieces, and I don't know what I want to call this, hovercraft, shuttlecraft, pod racer. What in the world are these things called? The things that hover, oops, things that hover over the ground in the Star Wars universe. And I gotta pay attention to the sections I put here. Things that hover over the ground. Okay. Some more of these snowshoe pieces to put on. That's definitely something I remember from even our first Star Wars sets. A lot of these being utilized as, I don't know, direction flaps or something like that for these shuttlecraft builds. Okay, this looks cool. Definitely something that you would definitely recognize as a Star Wars build. But there we go. So let's see. Tanner says, you want to know what I would love if Lego made the King and Chick Hicks and Doc Hudson and Speed Champion set. Always got time for some brick therapy. Thank you, Liam. Love it. I would blow my life savings on stuff like that. I've tired too, been, Bomber Alexander, been under the weather. Liam says, word, Tanner. Tanner, you don't know that expression? He's like totally agreeing with you, man. He's saying, that's awesome if you have to have it translated. All right, guys, this is good. I think it's a good stopping point, and I didn't realize I would get knee deep in the woods here with just a couple minifigures, the Gonk Droid, and gotta show the Gonk Droid. That's just fun. Gotta have the trash can robot, and the Speed Racer, and of course we've got one of the Bad Batch guys. All right, guys, have a good evening. Get some rest. Thanks for being here. See you soon.